Hi friends, I'm getting some opposition to getting this one recorded, so that can be a pretty good indication that the dark force doesn't want you to say what you're about to say. So here we go. I just went through this whole recording and then realized when I was finished that it didn't record. And meanwhile, the dog was chasing the cat and all the rest of it. It can get crazy. Okay. I want to talk about imposters of the light. There are a lot of them out there, and I want to just offer you some of my vision of that. I think we've all been taken in by one or more of these guys somewhere along the way. Come on, we're not perfect. And we don't have our full sixth sense, our full complement of inner senses, sensitivities, psychic senses, whatever you want to call it. Once we get all of our DNA reconnected again, they won't be able to come near us. Our perceptions are going to be so acute that we just won't be vulnerable the way we are now. But meanwhile, that's then, this is now. And seeing as there's no time, that's kind of a funny thing too, but let's not go there for the moment, all right? Spotting an imposter. Well, that's a challenge. The biggest thing I can say to anybody is move from the head to the heart. The head is their realm, and it's easy to be deceived there. I've gone into the reasons for this in a number of videos. They live for thousands of years at a time. They don't forget their various incarnations, yada, 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 okay? Right now, with our double helix and all the rest of it, we're pretty stripped down in our ability to know, to remember. We've been lied to endlessly about our history, about religion, about everything, just everything, okay? I really do like my little open letter to mind, you know? Everybody doing their mantra, turn it down if you've got kids around. To the mind, every day, you're fucked and everything you believe is bullshit. Okay, we've got to stop trusting the mind. And it's trust in the mind that is what gets us taken in by these imposters. They can sing the song and sell the song of love so beautifully. They know all the right words to say, my friends, and that's how they get us. They preach the truth, but the only part of it that's true is the surface, is the words themselves. And when a liar speaks the truth, it's not the truth. When there is the intent to deceive, there's no truth in it. And that's another reason. There are endless reasons to go from your head to your heart. When you're in heart, you're okay. You're okay. Now, there are a lot of imposters of the true Galactic Federation of Light. And the good guys don't come down and defend themselves much. It's really on us to become the sovereign beings that we are, that we're meant to be. And we've got to step out of the victim consciousness. That's our biggest vulnerability right there. Poor me, poor little earth human, big bad earth changes are coming, come and rescue me, save me, you know, take me away. It's garbage. It is just such a setup. All right? It's a real setup. It's bullshit through and through. And we've got to be able to spot the victim consciousness in ourselves and in each other. Now, usually, initially, it's easier to spot something in other people than it is in yourself. The more we move from the head to the heart, we're going to get a lot better at this. The more we practice our observing, our inner vision, our heart vision, we'll get better at spotting it inside of ourselves. But I'll share with you that that's been a challenge for me, and I didn't have the least idea about it until just a couple years ago. I have lived one hell of a life. It's been very challenging in many ways, not just physically. And I was strong. I made it through. I was kind of proud of that. And that I wasn't a beggar for assistance and that kind of thing, you know. I felt good. I single parented a really, really challenging child. And I just really felt okay about all of that and did not realize in the least that I was in any kind of a victim consciousness. I didn't know. I would have argued with you if you had tried to show it to me. It was spotted for me. Actually, well, I don't need to get into the whole story, but it was through Patricia Corey that I was shown that there was some victim consciousness there, that I did feel put upon, and it was subconscious. It wasn't conscious. It wasn't on the surface, but it was there. All right, so that was the start of some really big adjustments for me, and there were a lot of tears. It was very challenging. I didn't want to look at myself that way. Okay, so I went through a lot of stuff over that, let's say for 6 or 8 months, and I got to feeling pretty darn good, like, wow, that was great. I'm really glad I found out about that and that I've gotten rid of that energy and mastered that and seen it and gone on. Well, recently, I was shown again. You'll see it in your desire to have somebody come and help you, or to be supported by light beings, this kind of a thing. The mind wants to say that makes all the sense in the world. And of course you do, and they're your brothers and sisters and all that. And that's true, but you've got to step back and watch the energy. You've got to watch yourself. You are a sovereign being. The whole freaking solar system, the galaxy, could go up in smoke and you would be fine. I would be fine. We're not vulnerable here, okay? We keep forgetting this is a game that we're playing. This is a school that we're in, and it's no more serious than that. I mean, on the one hand, it's totally serious. On the other hand, it's an illusion, all right? Everybody stay out of the words, go into the heart. If you don't, you're vulnerable. That's all. You're totally vulnerable to being misled, to misunderstanding what's being said, and the rest of it. As long as, to the extent that you stay in the playground of the mind,